So, I wanted to talk about this for a while now. I've been a Dustin Lynch fan since I was, I think, like, I think my fan, I think my love for him kind of started when his song Hell of a Night came out, and it just kind of, like, progressed after that. But then I remember, like, I would always hear his songs, like every time I would always hear Hell of a Night, or I would hear, like, Cowboys and Angels or whatever. And then, I kind of began to get into his music more, kind of, like, listen to, like, what his songs were about, what he had to say in his songs, like, in the country music world, what he had to say. So then that's kind of how it kind of started to kind of, like, grow on me more. His song, Hell of a Night, was, like, already, like, my favorite song. I probably already had memorized the words to it ever since then. And I'm getting my coffee. It's back here. So I probably memorized that song in less than, like, a day or so. I don't really know. But I would always remember me singing this little line of a song every time. It's gonna be one hell of a night. That little line, I always sang it. But I never sang the rest of it. But I always sang that part of the song. And then once they were saying, like, Dustin Lynch has a new song coming out, and, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, new song. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, burping because I just finished eating, so don't mind that. But I don't remember which one it was that came out after Hell of a Night. I think it was Mind Reader. Yeah, it was Mind Reader that came out, and I was obsessed with it. Just what it said and how it sounded. It sounded like a cute, funny, not really funny, but it sounded like a really cute song. And I always listen to it, like, every time, and I still do to this day. That's actually one of my tops from Where It's At, which I have the album finally. I listen to it almost every day that I could. The only one I don't have is his self-titled album, which I'm probably going to get for Christmas. I hope I do. Because that album is, like, it's a must-have. If you're, like, a really big Dustin fan, it's a must-have in your collection. I also have Tullahoma and Current Mood, which those two and Where It's At are the three best albums that he has out. Debut, it's good, too. It's good. But if you're, like me, you focus on how they grow and how they grew in the music world by physical and not by what they have. So after Where Is That era ended, it drifted off into Current Mood era, which it transitioned to Current Mood era like this. Like, I remember in 2017 we already had a new song, and it was Small Town Boy. That was the first one that I heard, Small Town Boy. And I remember I fell in love with it, just what it said, but he had already matured. He had already found his sound, and the sound that he wanted to use, like, forever almost in his song. So I figured that would be, like, a really good growth for him. And it was, he had developed, his sound, and he was like, all right, fine, like, this is what I'm sticking with. This is how it's going to sound. This is how I want Small Town Boy to sound, and da-da-da. So then Small Town Boy was released, and it was blowing up, like, all over. Like, it was blowing up, like, on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Every platform that he had was blowing up with tweets of Small Town Boy, watching the video, the lyric video, whatever, listen to the song, whatever. And I remember listening to Small Town Boy. It was not, like, your typical country song. It was more of, like, he was more raw. He was more, like, showing off where he's from, because he's from Tullahoma, Tennessee, which is his album titled Tullahoma. But he's, him being a small town boy, wordplay, him being a small town boy from Tullahoma, Tennessee, you wouldn't think that much, or you wouldn't expect that much from a country singer who is from Tullahoma and who just put music out just because he wants to put music out. No. He he put music out to tell his story. Like, there's a story behind Middle of Nowhere, and I relate to it completely as well. I wasn't at a bar, no, none of that. But I relate to being in the middle of nowhere. Like, in a relationship, like, you're always fearing that, like, what if he doesn't kiss me? Or, like, what if I get stuck in the middle of nowhere? It's, like, a funny... I'm itching my elbow. It's, like, a funny, like, wordplay kind of thing. Like, oh, like, he left me in the middle of nowhere. It's really, like, doesn't really mean anything. It's just, like, he left you, like, stranded just because he doesn't want to kiss you. Or, like, he left you stranded because he doesn't want to kiss you just yet or whatever. So, he met this girl at a bar in Texas. This was, I think, the release party of Where It's At. Or, I don't know. It was something around that time. And this girl was, you know, she was like all over him. She was flirting with him. She was being cute, whatever. But then, you know, she would take his hat. She would be all like flirty and like all like giggly, whatever. And then he tried to kiss her, and he was friend zoned by that girl. And it's so sad to hear him talk about it, and like to hear his voice just completely shifts when he talks about it, and he's like so. He doesn't get depressed anymore because now he has a girlfriend. He has a girlfriend now, some model. She's gorgeous, by the way. But he, like, if he gets asked about it, yeah, he will, like, get emotional about it, but then, you know, he realizes that, like, you know, that he's with somebody, you know, who really cares about him, who really cherishes him, and, like, who loves what he does. But the thing is that Dustin's fan base is all girls. Like, it's all, like, young girls, women, some guys, but it's all girls. Like, I've noticed that, like, it's all girls, and that's why girls are all over him. Because how, like, attractive he is, I guess. Because in 2014, he was nominated for Sexiest Man Alive for, I think, People Magazine or something like that. Yeah. It was for, like, country issue, People, whatever. But a lot of girls are fans of Dustin Lynch. And I can see why. Because, you know, Dustin is a really hot country singer. Like, I get it. He's a super hot guy. You know, I've always pictured... Okay, I knew his fan base was all women, but I didn't know it was, like, this much into it. Like, I didn't know that a lot of girls were listening to him. I didn't know that a lot of, like, younger girls, like, teenagers almost, were listening to him. Because they relate to his songs. Like, I relate to Middle of Nowhere, to Where It's At, to fucking Small Town Boy, to Seeing Red, to I Be Jealous Too, to Why We Call Each Other, to Love Me or Leave Me Alone, Cowboys and Angels, Waiting, Last Lap, Your Plan, a lot of his songs, Mama's House, all kinds of songs like that are just so raw and so, like, authentically written by the heart and not just by what it is. Because a lot of country songs are about, like, trucks, girls, parties, beer, whatever. Yeah, that's cool. You know, if you want to write that, that's fine. I'm not judging it. It's just, you know, I don't mind that too. I don't mind it. But I like the more, like, raw, like, storytelling. Like, you know, like, this happened to me, then my mama died, then something else happened to me, then I found a girl, then I got married, then I had a kid, and whatever. You know, those are the kind of songs that I personally like to hear more of. The more, like, raw, kind of, like, more storytelling kind of songs. I'm watching a cartoon if you see me glancing over. Sorry. But it's just, like, what I feel in a country song should be, like, raw and authentic and, you know, just having that sense of, like, having that person in your life, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, you connected with them, and then you're just, like, this one thing together with this person. Now, on October 29th, Wednesday, I was listening to the song by Kira Isabella, who I adore. She's, like, a Canadian, she's Canadian, and, she has some really good songs. I think she's more, like, I think she's newer, because she doesn't really have, like, that many songs out yet. But she is doing a very Kira Christmas, so that's really fun. But she has a song called Quarterback, and I think I was listening to a song called Hey Love. I remember I was listening to a song called Hey Love. And Hey Love, not Hey. My voice does this weird thing. I don't know what the hell it is. But there's a song by her called Hey Love. And I took a screenshot of it, not thinking that anyone was going to see it. I just posted it on my story just for the hell of it. So then at around midnight, after I got done calling with a friend of mine because he needed me for something, I look at my story. I scroll up. I see a little blue tick. Okay, that blue tick is someone who's verified. It was freaking Dustin Lynch. He saw my story on my Instagram, and I freaked the frick out. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what just happened? And I'm like shaking so bad. Like, I almost dropped my phone. I took a screenshot and showed it to my friend. After I was done, no, I was gonna get in a call with him, but he had to go do something. I was gonna get in a call with him. I took a screenshot of it and I showed it to him, and he's like, I can't believe that. And I'm like, I know, I can't too. And I remember I was shaking so bad I was gonna cry. I almost cried, and I think I did. I cried a little, and I was like, what the hell, Dustin? I'm like, what? Like, you saw, like, oh my God. I was losing my freaking mind. I want to say the F word so bad, but I can't, because I'll get taken down on YouTube. I want to say it so freaking bad. And I remember I lost my mind because he saw my story. And I'm like, how is that a reality? Like, how is this a freaking reality, dude? Like, what the fuck? Sorry. But the fact that he took time out of his day to see my freaking story on Instagram it's bigger than me getting it's better than me getting a freaking diploma of, like, whatever the frick. But just to know that he saw my story, because I think he knows Kira. I think he knows her. But just the fact that he saw my freaking story, I was like, what the fuck? And I'm still not over that. I'm still not over it. Well, I mean, I am now. But I posted it. I made an edit of it. I use this app called Bazart on my laptop, which is where I'm filming this video. I use this app called Bazart, and I made, like, a little, like, collage-y thingy. Not really like a collage, but, like, I put, like all in one picture. Or, like, in, like, one black background. And I put, like, when he saw my story, the little, like, background story about it. And then it blew up. The thing blew up, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I just posted this, like 2 hours ago, and it's already blown up. Like, what the hell? And then I made like a little cover of me singing Mama's House, which I sound horrible when I sing, so don't even ask me to sing for you guys, because I sound really, I just farted. I sound so bad on camera, so I'm not even gonna try. I sound horrible. Like, no, I sound really bad. I sound really, really bad. That little voice thing they heard of me singing Hell when that was the only thing I sang. Thank God. Hopefully I won't have to do any covers again like that, because that was embarrassing as it was. Why did I do that? I don't freaking know. I was getting tired. I had the adrenaline rush on me. Like, I don't know what the hell. But then, like, I started posting more pictures of him. I started making, like, more edits of him. I started, like, doing all these kinds of things. And then here's the thing. After that notice, this is weird. After that notice, they were playing his song "Thing About You" featuring Mackenzie Potter, whatever the hell her name is, Mackenzie Potter. They were playing their song on the radio, and I heard it, like, over and over and over and over. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I had no idea. They played it, like, I think a total of, like, 22 times they played "Thing About You," which I love this song, by the way. The video is so freaking good. But yeah, like, it was crazy. Like, they were playing "Thing About You." They played "Mind Reader" like 3 times. They played "Where It's At." They played "Hell of a Night." They played "Small Town Boy." They played "I Be Jealous Too," "Seeing Red." They don't play Cowboys and Needles. They don't play Cowboys and Needles anymore, which pisses me off. Cowboys and Needles. I can't talk. They don't play his first single anymore, which pisses me off. But, yeah. That was my, like, little Dustin Lynch moment notice kind of thing, if you will. Let me know if you guys have ever been noticed by anybody down in my comment section down below, and I will see you guys later.